I think the biggest reason that fasting is beneficial is because it forces you to deal with your mental garbage. Okay, you just heard earlier about snacking. And I was talking with Nurse Cindy earlier about this too, and just reminding me that I should bring this up in this lecture because I used to travel a lot for work. I was a sales rep. I was going all around the country basically, and it was very lonely and isolating. And how I dealt with kind of this isolation was food. It was natural food. I'd go to the natural grocers, natural food store, Whole Foods. I'd get mangoes, dark chocolate, but I was by myself at night, no family, no spouse, no kid. So what would I do? I would eat, right? And I realize now when I go on trips, I naturally fast. I save money. It causes me to be more focused when I do my interviews or podcasts or things that I'm trying to do. But then it makes me realize, okay, I want to go to the grocery store. I want to eat. I want to do something, but why? Why is that? It's because I'm lonely. Well, can I come up with more sustainable solutions to deal with whatever that emotion that I would normally kind of skirt around or try to create an unsustainable solution for? And I think a lot of us have body composition issues or blood sugar issues or health issues because of unresolved emotions that we haven't yet totally worked through, or at least we haven't labeled. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to self-soothe with food necessarily, but if that's compromising your health, that is a problem. And fasting makes you acutely aware of that, okay? So that's kind of the biggest take home here is you'll learn. And then you can journal. Earlier this morning, Jay had you all write down on your journals, right? I think it's great when you start fasting and you're like, gosh, I really want to eat, right? But then you think, but why do you want to eat? Is it because you're really hungry? Or is it because you're bored or lonely or you're scared or you're anxious or you're mad or whatever it is? And try to work through that. And then once you're aware of that, you'll start to really differentiate what true hunger is from emotional hunger and trying to deal with things, right? Because a lot of people have food addictions, right? I mean, there's probably a spectrum of eating disorders and food addictions, and this is by no means, I'm not an expert in this area at all, but it's not like when you go to Alcoholics Anonymous, they say, oh yeah, you can drink on the weekends, just keep it to one glass, right? It's all or nothing, it's zero. And that's again why when you fast, it's like totally abstaining so that you understand why you're really eating. And I think that's an under-recognized element of fasting and a huge, probably one of the major benefits, but it's in the literature kind of just a side benefit. So I think we all need to be aware of it. Is that helpful?